Hey everyone, this is Travis Lyinks from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at token_nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.
Hey everybody, welcome to Token Nerd Podcast, where we ramble on about geeky things ranging from Batman to pop figures to Star Wars. I'm Anthony Pettiford.
And I'm Travis Lyinks.
Well, we are here with a special episode 23.
Yep.
Now, the ongoing joke is this is what? 13 episodes more than we thought we were going to get?
It's probably 23 more than we ever thought we were going to get.
Yeah, 22. We knew we were going to get one. But as much as I love to do our back and forth banter, we got to get started on this news because we have a ton of stuff to talk about.
And what are we calling this one?
We're going to call this episode, which will lead to our next topic, the episode 23, the Mighty Skeptic Power Rangers.
Agreed.
I'm very excited about this. All right, so our first topic is just going to be solely Power Ranger news.
Which there's a bit of it.
There's a bit.
They've been on a news spree.
They have.
And it's not all good.
Well, a couple days ago, Bryan Cranston went out to announce that he is going to be Zordon in the upcoming Power Ranger movie reboot. Now, for those of you who don't know, Zordon is the mentor, Zordon of Altar. He is actually the one who creates the Megazords, the Power Coins, brings the Power Rangers together, and acts as their mentor figure. Yep. He's commonly seen as the giant head floating in the tube.
Yep. I saw a really good cosplay of that.
Yeah, so did I.
That was pretty good. But as far as you may remember funny things from the Power Ranger movie where Zordon is like out of the tube and he's in like that sack.
He looks like it's like a testicle.
He's just like a sack. He's like his head and then a sack.
No, but this is bringing a different level of intensity.
They brought another big name in. They got two of those now.
So
right?
Here's the question. We always bash on how much we don't like this movie idea. So does this change anything? Or
to me, this is this movie's got a lot of potential issues. We need a star. We need somebody people have heard of to be something. And this is it.
Bryan Cranston would have been cool as Lord Zed.
Yeah, I think that would have been cooler. I really do.
Yeah. But with that being said,
I'm not jumping on this movie yet.
Oh, neither am I.
Okay.
But then a little bit after, so the official Power Rangers Instagram and Twitter confirmed that Cranston will be playing Zordon.
Yep.
And then they released a teaser poster image for the Power Rangers.
Yep, saw that.
And it is it says hashtag Together We Are More.
Yep.
And in the stars, it's the Power Ranger, or the Mighty Morphin Lightning Bolt.
Yep.
And then you see 4 Rangers on top of a car with I'm assuming it's Jason standing off to the side.
Yep.
And so
could be Tommy.
No. There's only 5 of them.
Oh, no Tommy.
No
green guy.
There shouldn't be. This should just be focused on the main 5. But here, I'm waiting for Goldar. I want to see who's going to play Goldar and how freakishly scary Goldar has to be. But the interesting thing is they tweeted this image out on their official Twitter page, and they also said if you use the hashtag Together We Are More, you could win a chance to win a digitally signed poster of the teaser image.
What does that mean? I read this in the show notes, and I was like, digitally signed?
Yeah, so I looked and I was like, so does that mean they email you a
picture
that they've all signed?
It's
then I can copy and paste it to everybody?
They signed into like one of those little keypads at like, 7-Eleven to pay for their card, like with their credit card. And they just took that and put it on a poster.
I mean, it's a cool promotion, but it'd be different. They're like, we'll send you
a signed poster, not a digitally signed poster. Like it's just a poster at that point. It's not digitally signed. It just has digital signatures on it.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Cool. But it's just another weird thing that this movie has brought into things. And again, I'm not trying to crap on the movie because it's just things aren't lining up.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with it. Here's one thing, since in this show, things I say tend to happen. Guy. Make it happen, Power Ranger movie.
Well,
you got to have some villains.
I know who's your favorite, but we'll see. I know Bryan Cranston was also the voice of it, but he was Guy, right?
Maybe. I'd have to go back and look.
Oh, there we go. There goes our credibility.
Yep, there
that
it
was name pronunciation.
Yep.
The monsters from Power Rangers. But yeah, so Power Ranger news. We'll just we won't do tokens. Yay or nay? At this point. We'll just based on Okay, so the two options I gave me an eh. All right. Well, let's shoot. All right, let's move on to there's actually some Spider-Man news out there right now, and that is that there's a movie coming out in July 28th of 2017. But guess what, Travis? This isn't a live-action movie. This is an animated movie.
Yeah. Animated. It's one of those other URLs they picked up over the summer or over the spring time frame.
Yeah, but Puss in Boots director, see, here we go again with our name pronunciation. It's Bob Perschetti. I think I got it right.
I think you got that one.
Boom,
I think you got that one. That might be the first time in the history of the show
that we got a name right.
We got a name right.
But he has been tapped to direct this Sony animated movie of Spider-Man. The question I had was if it's going to be animated, like cartoon, or CG. So looks almost like the Arkham or the new Spider-Man video game.
I suspect it'll be like CG. I don't think it'll be like old school
cartoons.
Like Fox Kids Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sweet though. Yeah. Mark Hamill comes back as Hobgoblin.
Ooh.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Get behind that. But they said, okay, so here's where this news gets interesting and weird at the same time. So this movie will be independent of the live action Tom Holland Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
But it will coexist in the universe.
Strange.
So bear with me on this thought.
Multiverse.
Yeah, so Spider-Verse. I know this isn't going to happen. I just want to put it out there. It'd be cool if they were setting up their own Spider-Verse movie. And so that's what Spider-Man went off and did. And so we could actually have Spider-Gwen. We could actually have Miles Morales.
I was going to say, have they confirmed that this is Peter Parker or not?
It's probably going to be Peter Parker.
I'm sure it will be. Nobody else knows.
But, I mean, it's interesting. So what this could do is it will tell more stories of the universe. Kind of like what I was hoping that we would do for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where we have independent comics that tell us little stories that fill in the blanks of what's happening in this universe. Like there's the one-offs. There's like apparently Hydra had stolen Ultron's technology on old bodies and built Ultimo, a giant robot, and the new Avengers from the movie took him down. That was their first mission together, and then they left immediately to fight Crossbones.
Okay.
So it could tie in, like fill in some blank holes where it doesn't.
It's like the Star Wars books, like it fills in holes.
Yeah. Well, not even so much holes, but like it says, hey, he's a brand new character, but here's a story. Like this is his year 1 or year 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird that this news kind of shuffles out at the same time as the live action movie is announcing like person after person that they're casting. Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of weird that this news kind of got stuck in the middle of that and kind of lost its coverage. Really, it's not as everybody's looking for what's going on with Star Wars, Spider-Man: Homecoming, like, and then this is in the middle of it, So I think that was just a little.
Well, I actually want to make a correction real quick. I said this was coming out July 28th, 2017. That's actually when Homecoming is coming out.
Wow.
The Spider-Man animated film comes out December 21st, 2018, a year after.
I was just saying how this movie was getting shafted.
I know. I just wanted to correct
and we
that.
just shafted it too.
Sony kind of did it itself. But some interesting things is the script will actually be written by the Lego Movie's Phil Lord. So that's
a good animated movie.
Yeah. So I have a little confidence because they
Puss in Boots What was
I
it?
never saw Puss in Boots.
I think I saw it.
The Little Prince, though, that's coming to Netflix.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a movie. I've saw trailers for it, and it looks great. Either it's Netflix or Hulu. I'm not 100% sure.
We're so bad at this.
Maybe it's Netflix. I mean, this wasn't part of the show notes, people. This was just off
the
top of my head.
dome,
Off
as
the
they say,
dome.
freestyling.
Well,
But moving on,
speaking of domes,
a very shiny dome.
a very shiny black dome. I'm so sorry. That was embarrassing.
Darth Vader.
What way to kill the tagline. Dang it, Travis. Yeah, like Travis mentioned, you know that movie Rogue One that everyone's excited for?
I'm super excited.
And we kept saying, wouldn't it be cool if Vader was in there? And you said he probably won't be. He'll probably be a hologram. Mr. I'm always right.
Hey, he still might be a hologram in the movie.
Anyway, it's been confirmed by Entertainment Weekly's cover that, I think it's next month's cover, that Vader, and it says it in bold, Vader will be in the movie, or Vader is coming.
A picture of him technically means he's in the movie.
There's no picture of him.
No, I mean like a picture of him on the wall. Technically means he's in the movie. If they just pan
See, now
by
you're just making up rules to make yourself right.
No, but like they kind of had to. I also didn't they point out there's also going to be another Star Wars character in the movie, like a well-known one. Wasn't that kind of the other tagline of this news story? Was that okay? Vader's going to be in it, but there's also someone else. I read that somewhere.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could be someone like maybe Boba Fett, or not even like Boba Fett.
IG-88.
IG-88, or
no, it'd probably be somebody like Uncle Owen or something stupid. You know, sorry, Uncle
Porkins.
Owen actor Porkins. No, I mean it'll probably be somebody that we all know, but not somebody that's like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker on the hologram.
But I just want to throw out there. So, with Vader being in Rogue One, we're not sure about how big his role is going to be, except for the fact that I believe he's just going to be a terrifying force that just wrecks people, just like he was in Star Wars Rebels. But on top of that, we also find out, according to the Hollywood Trade, that the Imperial Walkers that we see in the trailer and on the cover of this page that we have on the screen are not just AT-ATs or AT-ATs, but an AT-ACT or an AT-AT.
Which means it carries cargo.
Yes, it's actually it ships cargo rather than.
So I wonder if it has weapons.
It does have weapons. There's a point where we see them shoot at rebels that are leaving. I want to say that's the scene they're talking about. It's the only scene with Imperial Walkers I can think of.
I mean, I don't know how different an Imperial Walker. I mean, I feel like a regular Imperial Walker could carry a lot of stuff inside of it. So I don't know how different this thing's going to be.
Maybe they're just bigger.
Yeah, so we'll see. But
people
are excited.
Yeah, there's nothing about this that I'm not excited for.
Yeah.
They also gave a little bit of light to the fact that Mad Mikkelsen's unnamed character will be a scientist who's acknowledged by both sides, both the Empire and the Rebels, as someone that they want. Everyone's going after him, and he will actually be the father of Felicity Jones' characters.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
interesting.
I am enjoying the fact that we're still in the dark. I love how Star Wars does.
Star Wars since this relaunch has been awesome at keeping things like a secret. So keep it up, Star Wars. Don't Batman versus Superman this. Keep it secret.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I have heard, and I'm not 100% is confirmed, that this movie will end prior to the events of Star Wars: A New Hope. There was some hope that it might drag in, but it does not.
Well, I want to quote back to Kevin Smith, or no, Mark Bernardin.
Yeah, I believe it was Mark that came up with that.
Mark always has the insightful ideas, but that Felicity Jones will be the TIE fighter that crashes and hits Vader and knocks him off of Luke's targeting.
That would they should have hired him and paid him for that, because that really would have been like.
They really need to do some more stuff with Mark Bernardin. Mark Bernardin has some super ideas.
Yeah,
hashtag Mark Bernardin for Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean that when he said that on the podcast, I was like, holy crap, that would be amazing. But I can see why they want to end it before. Don't blurry the water a little bit. You know? So, but I think that's about all we got, right?
That's all we got
Star
for TV
Wars
news. But let's jump.
TV news. That was movie news.
Oh yeah, movie news. Now we're going to TV news. Forgive me. This is this is going to be a yay or nay topic because I'm not sure how I feel about this, but Ghostbusters Ecto-Force is actually coming to
Ecto-Force.
Sony Animation is creating an animated series titled Ghostbusters Ecto-Force, which will be set in the year 2050. The series will follow an entirely new generation of Ghostbusters. This is like the first Ghostbusters series since in nearly
80s.
20 years.
Yeah. Since Dick. Man, 90s kids. How many shows did you see that had Dick at the beginning of it?
Yeah.
Man, that was a good company.
Tell me, Travis, how many shows did you watch that had Dick in front of it?
Yeah, a bunch. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but a bunch. That DIC just like pops up there, Boom, Dick.
But yeah, so just look for this show. It's set to debut in the early 2018. I guess we're not saying the 18s, but 2018 is when this show is set to hit.
Yeah.
No other information. We don't know if it's going to follow the original cast or we're going to follow the new female cast.
Or a whole new cast.
Well, it's going to be a whole new cast.
I mean, like a whole different group of characters.
It will be it will be a new set of characters. I'm wondering if this is going to be the next generation. So will this be in the universe of the females? That they look back and like, oh, the original female started, or the original men who started, or they just say, oh, there were.
Well, the original one didn't happen because the new one's a reboot, so they should be girls.
Okay. Well, honestly, that makes the most sense.
Most
I guess.
confusing timeline since Back to the Future.
Yeah. But don't forget to check out
or
the new
Terminator.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to check out the new Ghostbusters reboot, which is going to hit theaters July 15th. 2016. Oh my goodness, that is next month.
And make sure to get out there and get those awesome things like High C that's Ghostbusters themed and Twinkies and all that kind of stuff too. So
word.
Paying homage back to the 80s when they had it before.
Yeah, and stay tuned for the Token Nerd review of the Ghostbusters reboot, where Travis and I will go and...
I thought we were going to get some of the Ecto, the High C.
We should do
Twinkies.
a review solely about the High C and the Twinkies.
That would be funny. We'd probably die of diabetes here on this show.
Okay, but we're going to leave that news behind us and move on to the DCW.
Woohoo!
CW, who is known for having some great DC shows, probably the best superhero TV shows on television right now, and in a sense, some of the best shows in my opinion, especially Flash.
Yeah,
but we have the
and the best thing that DC's doing in film right now.
Yeah, but we had the premiere dates, which is earlier than it did last year. Last year they waited until SDCC to announce these, but we, as we knew, we were going to have Supergirl on Mondays, Flash on Tuesdays, Arrows on Wednesdays, and Legends of Tomorrow's on Thursdays. But now we know it's all going to start on October 4th, 2016. And that'll be Flash will be October 1st, Arrow will be October 5th, Supergirl will start the next week on October 10th, and Legends of Tomorrow will start that same week, October 13th.
One correction there. He stated that it was October 1st for Flash. It's actually October 4th.
October 4th.
4th. I'm here to keep you honest.
I'm concussed.
Okay.
Anyway.
You win.
But speaking of the SC... Man,
what are you trying to say?
I was saying SDCC.
Okay. San Diego Comic-Con.
DCW is what I'm trying to talk about,
the
Travis.
DC comic book universe on CW.
Detective
for those that don't
Comics.
Know. W.
Yeah,
World. World.
W. But anyway, so Supergirl had mentioned, we talked about last week, that they were looking for Superman to be in the first 2 episodes.
And they couldn't get the guy from the movie.
No, they could not get Henry Cavill. Brandon Rolfe is already the Atom.
I'm already confused because the DC universe has 2 Supermen and 2 Flashes. I'm confused.
It's a journey, but they've casted Tyler Hoechlin, and Tyler was from Teen Wolf. He played one of the main wolves who was an alpha in the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
And I don't know, did you ever watch Teen Wolf on MTV?
No, never really watched. I kind of stopped watching MTV like 5 years ago, maybe. So,
well, I tried to stay up to date with that show, and I got pretty far in the show, probably to the 3rd or 4th season.
I'm impressed it had that many seasons.
Yeah, well, Tyler wasn't the bad part of the show. But anyway, he has been casted as the new Man of Steel, and he'll appear in the first 2-parter premiere of the show.
Yeah, maybe they're trying. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't want to, halt the show, but I want to ask you. So, do you like the idea of having a Superman in the? If they're gonna lead with the idea that Supergirl is still off in her own world.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody else, like somewhere else, some other world.
Because it can't be. I don't want
can't be tied to
Superman
the
or
movie.
Batman.
Can't be tied to the movie. Can't, because it's a different guy. They need to explain that very clearly for the people that don't read comics. Like, hey, we're on this Earth. I mean, really, I feel like they should have like because as somebody that read DC Comics, but the multiverse can get confusing if you don't know what's going on. They should have like a crash course before the show, like how they had Kevin Smith come on and talk about stuff. They should do that with the multiverse.
Yeah,
and just explain that to people, because I think having a Superman that's not tied to the movie is going to confuse the layman.
Oh, a ton of people.
It's going to confuse the layman. And if they're trying to create a world that's all tied together, which there's no indication, I guess, that they're trying to do that.
They're not going to. This is his own separate world. So let's not even include the movies. I just don't want Superman to be in that universe, because it kind of takes away the idea that with Supergirl, yes, she's still a novice, but with Superman, that would
I think it would make more sense if they would have did Superboy and like just pulled him out of the like Teen Titans Go type world.
Okay.
And just have Superboy. And then like that leaves the door open that if they ever wanted to connect the universes, they could.
Mm-hmm. I would be fine with Superboy and Supergirl.
Yep. I think that would have been a much more correct way to do this. But we'll see. I mean, now that it's on the CW, maybe people will watch it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But guess who is also coming to the Supergirl world?
A past actress.
Past actress who actually played Wonder Woman. Yeah, Linda Carter, who played Wonder Woman in the old 70s TV show, will be coming onto CW Supergirl as the President of the United States.
I suspect many of you that were, of adolescent age back in the 70s are going to be excited about this news, because I'm sure you had many dreams of this chick. Yep, I just took it there.
Yeah, you did. Wow, normally I take it, or Addison takes it.
Yeah, I just took it there.
But no, so not much news has been announced. We just know that she is going to show up in the third episode, which is right after the Superman episodes.
Yep.
It'd be kind of cool to have the old Supergirl and a new Superman in the same episode, or Wonder Woman and Superman. But
Superboy.
There will be no relation between Wonder Woman and Linda Carter. So that can be kind of cool. But let's talk about Arrow.
Yep.
The Batman of the DCW universe.
So you're trying to make that a thing.
I know. Or the ML-verse. I like the ML-verse better. But we announced last week that Wild Dog was going to be a character that was going to be added to the Heroes Gallery of Star City. Now we are here to tell you that there is yet another vigilante taking up the streets, and that vigilante's name is...
Vigilante.
Yep. Creativity, folks.
Freaking creative.
It will be played by Chicago PD actor Josh Segara.
That show's okay. I mean, it's not as good as Law & Order. Don't get me wrong, Dick Wolf. Dick Wolf, you did good with that Law & Order SVU stuff, but still good.
Yeah, but Josh will be playing Adrian Chase, who is going to be vigilante at night, and Adrian Chase will be Star City's new district attorney, taking the place of Laurel Lance.
Yep, just replacing all the people.
Yeah, so that's another hero in Star City.
Yep, pretty soon they're going to have a whole new team.
Yeah, we lost
It's
Spartan.
Almost like when the Power Rangers went to Zeo, and all those left was Tommy.
Wow, you're right.
So, it wasn't that, or
Billy was still there, but he wasn't.
He wasn't a Power Ranger at that point.
No, he just helped.
He gave up his power, right?
Yeah. It made him old for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They did make him
watch
old.
Zeo.
Yeah.
But no. So, speaking of another vigilante, you didn't really watch Arrow season 5, did you?
No.
4.
Saving
4.
4. 5. 4.
4.
4. Yeah, I'm saving that one for Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, on that note, the newest season of Flash and newest season of Arrow will be coming to Netflix sooner than it did last year.
Well, that's good because I haven't seen it. I saw 90% of Flash, but
I hate to spoil this for you. A little bit of information I'm going to spoil now.
I feel like Flash does a good enough job of spoiling Arrow for me.
Yeah. Well, Madison McLaughlin, I think that's how you say her name. Laughin.
Butcher.
Well, that's what we do. The Butchers. We'll have an episode titled The Butchers. We just read off names.
I think it's got to be McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. Got me to laugh.
I think it's McLaughlin.
But it doesn't matter.
McLaughlin.
She plays Evelyn Sharp. And in Arrow, she appeared in season 4 as in the episode Canary Cry, which showed up right after a certain character's death.
They spoiled that in Arrow, or in Flash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Laurel dies. Anyway, so she took on all of Canary's gear and, pretended to be Canary and was attacking people, going after the main villains of that season. And then Arrow talked to her and she disappeared and went on her own way. Well, it is confirmed that she will return in season 5, but this time she'll return not as a Black Canary, but as Artemis.
Ooh.
For those of you who watched Young Justice, Artemis was the apprentice of Green Arrow in that series. She was the daughter of, in that series, Huntress and Trickmaster, or Sportsmaster, and in the comic books, she's a villain whose parents were Tigress and Sportsmaster.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Evelyn will be coming in, or this new Artemis will be coming in as the new apprentice, I would assume, for Green Arrow, taking the place of Speedy, because Thea, who plays Speedy, left at the end of season 5. That was the exciting thing, is that we thought Oliver was going to be by himself for a while, but now we find out that he's replacing everybody with new characters.
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, so with that being said, we'll see. Arrow really needs something. I loved season 2. I got through season 4, and I struggled with I struggled with 3.
So, wait. You struggled with 3, 4. Got a little dry. I think I've heard this story before. Anyway, what if dun 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 Flashpoint, which they confirmed the title of the first episode of Flash. I don't know if you saw that. Flashpoint reset Arrow, and these characters have been helping Arrow all along.
That would be interesting, but unfortunately, as cool as I think it would be to have it spread across this DCW, it's not going to.
I'm trying to make it happen.
I know. I wish it would happen. It would make a lot of sense.
But in theory, they could be setting that up because there's characters taking on key roles that are other characters.
I know. I mean, I get you. The one thing I speaking of Flash, I saw a meme that was sent to me by a casual movie fan, and it was one of those baby memes where like the baby's sitting there with the fist up, and it was like at the end of season 2 when Barry goes back in time, and it's like a bunch of fans go, "Yeah, that's right, save your mom," and all the comic book nerds go, "You idiot! How?
Don't save your mom!
Don't do it! You ruined everything.
This is like Terminator! Don't do it!"
All right, but we'll leave that one behind, and we'll come back to it and see. Hopefully SDCC we might get.
Yep.
We probably won't get any teasers until New York Comic Con.
Yeah, Flash. Flash is kind of fallen victim to that same thing that Terminator. It's like, oh, if we just keep sending somebody further back in time to stop the person that's trying to kill the person from killing the person.
It never works.
It never works. It doesn't work. It just changes the timeline. That's all that happens.
Yeah. But so let's move from the big screen and the small screen to the page.
Wait. Before we move, one little thing.
Yeah.
Netflix, Voltron. Watch it.
Is it good?
I've watched 3 episodes. It's really good.
Oh.
Yeah. I never even watched the old Voltron, so I have no clue. I don't even watch anime, and this is kind of anime-y. Yeah. I mean, I don't watch anime, so I can't say like, hey, this is anime, but it's got that feel, at least to the foreign animator.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's good. I like it.
I'll check that out tonight then.
Yeah, definitely.
But speaking of comic book news, as we were trying to get to, Marvel has released a teaser for Divided. That is their upcoming event.
Aren't they having an event right now?
Yeah, so, Civil War II. Divided will take place in the wake of Civil War II. It features Kamala, who is the new Miss Marvel. She's the young Miss Marvel, who's the Inhuman. It shows her. It says Divided on top, and then beneath her, it is Riri Williams, who is from the Invincible Iron Man. She is a student at MIT who creates her own Iron Man suit, and she plays a role in that storyline. But you see her in a iron suit. And spoiler alert for issue 1, there is a character who doesn't make it.
I wonder if, spoiler alert, if that's what they're, well, I mean, he made it, but I wonder if that's what they're teasing towards in the movies too.
No, you see him get up in that.
No, I mean, he walks, he's in physical therapy, but unless he gets some sort of suit, he's going to have to, he's got a limp there. Like, I wonder if maybe that's what they're trying to lead up to in there too.
Maybe.
Like, replace War Machine with a new character.
But, so this is interesting. We just have Riri Williams is an African-American woman, and she is going to be taking the role of what I would assume is going to be War Machine. And so this was going to put 2 characters against each other, and 2 female characters at that, 2 minority female characters on top of all of that. So, I mean, I don't know much about the event that's going on. I'm just now reading Civil War II, and sadly, that's the only Marvel title I've read, and that's only 1 issue so far. Yeah, I mean, I've not read anything since they kind of redid everything after Secret Wars.
You need to read the Punisher stuff, and you need to read the Spider-Man stuff. It's pretty good.
And I keep saying I'm going to read the Black Panther. I heard that's spectacular.
I need to catch up. I read the first 2. I haven't read the third one. I think the third one's out now.
Okay.
Us comic book news reporters should probably read more about comic books. But
we just get bombarded with all this TV and movie news.
There's just so much content to keep up with these days.
There is. Yeah. But that's all I really have for comic news currently.
Now our favorite section.
Our favorite section
Toy
is
news.
Toy news.
Okay, for all you people out there in Toys Newsland, we have exciting news coming our way from Hasbro. If you happen to be lucky enough to be at the licensing expo being held in Las Vegas right now, you would know that they've released an exciting news. And we've talked about this kind of earlier, a few podcasts back. Mm-hmm. Hasbro is relaunching many of their classic series.
What we've all been waiting for and
universe,
asking for.
The Hasbro-verse. Hasverse. I don't know what they're going to call it.
The Brosverse.
The Brosverse. But one of the small items that came out of this, and I think I said I was kind of looking forward to seeing toys from this back then, was that Micronauts will be making a limited return at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. So far, they have announced that the original line that was around in 1976 through 1980, we will be getting a set of characters, including the Galactic Warrior, Feroid, and Orbital Defender will be making their way back as a limited edition release. I don't think they gave us a price yet.
Nope,
no price yet. But you're going to want to go to the Hasbro booth at Comic-Con. Hopefully they will be doing some sort of pre-order system, as many of the booths have been doing this year, in order to combat punching in the face.
Yeah. I mean, and we know a universe is coming. A cinematic universe is coming.
And these ones here, from the photos, they look like updated versions of the original figures.
Of the original toys.
Yeah, so it's not like a new thing. This is kind of, lack of better comparison, He-Man Master of the Universe, Classics line, trying to recapture the original magic of that series and in a better, more modern process. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with the Micronauts.
Yeah.
If you've gone to Toys R Us recently, you can see they also have retro versions of the G.I. Joes from the Hasbroverse, like the 80s G.I. Joes are available. And jumping over to Playmates, they have classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now.
Really?
Hidden in the back corner of my local Toys R Us, I found a grouping of vintage style Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, straight up 80s Turtles with the Nickelodeon branding on it now, but in classic style packaging, exact looking molds from the original figures.
That's cool.
On the back of the box, it shows main characters and stuff like that. My personal one only has oddball turtles, which by that I mean the football player turtles and Donatello in a coat, stuff like that. That's all I have seen. I haven't looked online for it. I was just intrigued by it. But these are under $10. These are cheap Ninja Turtle figures. I have many of these from the original line, but if you missed out on that, make sure to wander around your Toys R Us and see if you can find them. Mine are personally back where like NECA toys are. So if you know where that is in your local Toys R Us, go see if they have them. Check them out. That's something you can get without punching somebody in the face at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So
or fighting someone off after a long line.
From the looks of it, either people don't know these exist or people don't want the oddball turtles that they have at my Toys R Us, because I've looked at them a couple of times and nothing's changed. They're the same ones that were there.
Who would want the football turtles though?
I know. Like, I think I have a few of those oddball turtles from when I was a kid, but that's because I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'll take anything turtle.
I guess.
I'll take anything in turtle, you know, like when I was a kid. But that's all we got though in the Hasbro and Playmates world at the moment. So
let's move on to this is still in the faction of toy news, but we're just going to call it Funko toy news.
Yeah. San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, actually, I want to talk about Funko just for a quick second.
Funko.
Funko itself, you know, obviously we know they have just license on top of license on top of license, and they can do just about anything at this point. But they've also been very giving and very generous about the things they do. And one of which was a cool experience I saw on Twitter, and that was Charlie Cox, who is Daredevil in the Netflix series.
Or Matt Murdock, depending on how you look at it.
Matt Murdock. Spoiler. Jeez. But no, he had reached out to Funko and said, hey, could I get a couple of Funks to hand out to kids on a planned trip to some hospitals and schools?
Did he really call them Funks?
Did I say Funks?
Yeah, you said he asked for a couple of Funks.
Oh, Funkos.
I think that's what you should start calling them, though. You should make that a thing. A couple of Funks.
Who's got the funk? Anyway, but he reached out and said, hey, can I get some Funko Pops? I'm, going on these trips, and I was just hoping I could hand some out to kids. And Funko, being the company that they are, sent him over 100 of the same Daredevil figures.
That's a lot of Daredevils.
Yeah, so there is an image of him I'll put on the screen of Charlie Cox sitting on a couch surrounded by Daredevil Funko Pop figures. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Always cool to see a company giving back to kids, specifically when they're, tied to like kids that aren't necessarily as fortunate as others. I don't know if that was the case on this one, but hopefully.
Yeah, so I wanted to point that out because just Funko does some, beside the fact that I'm a gigantic Funko fan, obviously, it's...
Really?
Yeah, I just...
Never knew.
I want to give them their props when it's due. But you mentioned SDCC. Funko has been releasing on their website, under blog, they have been releasing all their exclusive figures that are coming out.
And they have been flooding the airwaves.
Yeah, we were trying to break this up. Last episode, we talked about the first and second wave of exclusives that they've announced. Now they have the third, the fourth, and the fifth wave. Now, I'm going to read them off not by wave that they came in, but by type of toy they are. Now, as the Funko Pop figures, we can look out for it's a car set of the Ecto-1 from the Ghostbuster reboot with a Slimer figure.
Yeah, and so it's the new Ecto-1, not the old one.
Yeah, not the old one, the new one. It's red. But we will also be getting, these are the Disney Haunted Mansion figures. We'll be getting Phineas, a white glow glitter figure, Ezra, a white glitter glow figure, Gus, a white glitter glow figure, Hatbox Ghost, a blue glitter figure. So, I know you were really looking for those Disney Haunted Mansion figures.
Yeah, I was really waiting
collection.
on that one. I'm sure there's somebody is. I mean, they wouldn't be making them if people didn't want them, I guess. So.
We'll also be getting the Doctor Strange, the Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange with the, I think it's the Eye of Agamotto in his hand.
That's what's different about it, probably?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's what's going to differentiate. We'll also get a Violet Beauregard, which was from the original Willy Wonka. We'll get Gears of War. We'll get two figures, one with a golden gun lancer or a golden lancer and one without. We'll be getting a Walking Dead Burning Walker. We'll be getting a Pirates of the Caribbean Cursed Barbossa with his monkey, Jack. I think the monkey's name is Jack. The fact that I remembered that. We will be getting Up, or Disney Up's
funny.
dog with a cone on his head.
Cone of shame.
Yeah, cone of shame. There'll also be the hot item, which is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer 2-pack, which will feature Vampire Buffy and Vampire Angel. There will be Pajamas Jack Skellington, Travis's favorite, the Hair Bear Bunch,
And the most confusing release of this series,
Yes.
in my opinion.
There's 3 of them. There is brown hair bear, blue hair bear, and purple hair bear.
And this is not to be confused with the fact that in the Hair Bear Hanna-Barbera cartoon, there were 3 bears. No, this is the same bear
With
3 times in 3 different colors. So all you Hair Bear collectors out there, you're going to be missing 2 other Hair Bears in 3 colors. So
These are the Haunted Mansion ones are going to be the ones that flood Hot Topic.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
Yep. So, but Hair Bear collectors beware. If you buy each one of these San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, you are setting yourself up for potentially having to buy 6 other figures if they come out with matching colorways in the other 2 bears.
Yeah. And then to finish off that set, there will be an Arrows Malcolm Merlin figure, which I actually kind of want because that looks really cool.
Yeah.
And we will also be getting the Batman v Superman 6-inch Doomsday figure.
Which looks like a rejected Lord of the Rings character or from the movie Warcraft.
Yeah, so this is, I almost want to feel like this is a joke because the Doomsday in the movie didn't look like Doomsday from the comics. And this figure does not look like the Doomsday from the movie.
It just looks like a rejected Lord of the Rings.
It looks like
character.
a cave troll. So I don't want to get onto that. I don't want to blame anybody, but it.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, I kind of want it now because I've talked so much crap about it. I'm like,
well, and plus you have so many other Batman versus Superman ones. You should
I have to complete this.
You should probably have this.
I'm a completionist.
So moving on though into the Dorbs world, our
Dorbs will
favorite
get
thing.
Huckleberry Hound. We'll get a Wreck-It Ralph 3-pack with Turbo, Ralph, and Felix. And we will also get the ever-loved Deadpool, but this one will be a Chef Deadpool. And
that one.
I mean, you wanted that, though. You said, I remember we can look back at, I think it was podcast 19.5. You were like, Anthony, I really want a Deadpool Chef Dorbs.
I don't think I said that.
I'll look it up. And then finally, the last piece that I'm really excited for is a Rock Candy figure of the New 52 Harley Quinn.
Yep.
I've gotten dragged into the Rock Candy figures. I only have 2, so I'm trying not to go too far in.
That's what those Funko subscription box do to you. First thing you know, like, oh, I got this one Dorb. Next thing you know, pile of Dorbs on your head.
Well, I've done good not to buy Dorbs that didn't come in a box.
Okay.
Well, in a subscription box. But that's really all we've got for the Funko news. And actually, that wraps us up news-wide. We finished in under 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we're not totally done yet because we got to do one thing.
Yeah.
You saw the video at the beginning, but we want to remind you that we are now sponsored by TenaciousToys.com.
Thank you.
You can make sure to check out all kinds of pop, art toys, designer toys, things like Kid Robot, over on their website, TenaciousToys.com. If you do happen to order a Funko product, though,
Yeah, you can actually enter in the promotion code TOKEN10. That is token, TOKEN 10, and you'll get 10% off your Funko purchase.
yeah, things like Dorbs, Rock Candy, Funko Pop, Vinyl, what's that other thingy?
You're not Rock Candy, not Dorbs. We've got
the other one.
Wobblers. There's
Wobblers,
the mystery
there we go.
figures.
Yeah.
There's
So if you like any of those things and want to save some bucks, use that code.
So, I mean, it's money off, folks.
Yeah.
Get on there.
Money off. And we just want to say again, thanks to Benny over there for hooking us up with that code. And just make sure to give him some love. You know?
He is also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah. Tenacious Toys, at Tenacious Toys. That's all you got to look for.
Yeah, but
and they have a blog as well if you want to check it out with the best URL ever. Tenacious.ninja.
which we tried to get. We tried to get a dot ninja and it didn't work out.
So if you want to check it out, make sure to head over that way. But if you want to keep up with our antics, like giveaways, we have one from sponsored by Tenacious Toys.
It's our first Tenacious Toy
It'll be
giveaway.
this week, and we'll give you a little tease of it.
It's a 2-pack.
2-pack.
Well, actually, it's more than a 2-pack. It's a 4-pack.
It's a 4-pack, a Marvel 4-pack.
And I don't want to spoil it.
But we won't. Okay,
we won't.
Make sure to keep an eye on at Tenacious_nerd, sorry. Token_nerd over on Instagram, where we will be announcing this giveaway and what you will need to do in order to win. So make sure to check it out. But you can always keep up with our antics over there. You can keep up with our antics on Twitter, token_nerd. You can keep up with us on Facebook, which is tokennerd00. Yeah, I don't know how that worked out either. But we also have exciting news as well. You can now keep up with Token Nerd on tokennerd.com.
And not only us, but you can also check out
Urban Vinyl Daily's weekly wrap-up, the show where the team from urbanvinyldaily.com tells you everything you need to know about the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. Look at that. I got that memorized now.
You did. Good.
And there's another podcast as a part of the Token Nerd Network these days.
The Real Film Geeks.
There you go. They've gone through a couple of name changes.
Yeah.
But they are up and running. You can check them out on podbean.com right now. But we will also be sharing all of this information on tokennerd.com. So big things that are happening over here in the Token Nerd
Moving
world.
on up.
Moving on up to one big conglomerate where a whole bunch of podcasts all show up on the same channel.
But like you said, exciting times, exciting things are happening.
Yeah. And you can let us know what you think by liking and subscribing our YouTube channel right here. Also, make sure to send us some fan mail. We're still waiting on that.
Yeah.
We actually have one.
But we're saving it.
We're saving it. We should have did it on this one. Because we talked about what it's about. So we should probably have done it. But we promise we will read that next episode and reply.
Yeah. But before we end tonight's episode, I just wanted to point out a couple things. Number one, for those of you watching us on YouTube, you will notice that on our table we have a awesome printout of the Super Emo Friends. This is actually, I got this one at not SDCC. I got this one at C2E2 2013, actually 14.
Okay.
Or 15. Duh. I got in 2015.
You got it at C2E2, guys.
Yeah, C2E2. Every C2E2, I pick up a Super Emo Friends print. For those of you who aren't familiar, they are chibi drawings of your favorite pop culture figures, ranging from Star Wars, Arrow, Doctor Who,
James Bond.
They
were featured in a Loot Crate as a T-shirt.
That's true, as a T-shirt. But yeah, so like this one says, "I failed my city." One of my favorites is the Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
But no, check out all their work on their Twitter, which is at Super Emo Friends.
Yep.
Also, if you notice right behind us, we have the Marvel Collector Corps Women of Power box. We just did our unboxing.
Yep.
So you can check out that unboxing to see what awesome figures were inside. A little sneak peek was this little beauty. This T-shirt, for those of you who are watching,
giving it away,
was in the box. That's just a little taste. They're not in there for the shirt.
Just a taste.
Just a taste. Some flavor. All right. But as always, folks, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Travis.
Stay spicy, my friends.